So for me, the most exciting thing about going online is it allowed us to network with people around the world at the same time. And so instead of limiting your audience to who's available to go into a theater right here in Oklahoma City, we were able to spread the word around the world and across the country.
Some things were really exciting. The fact that people could bring deadCenter into the deadCenter of their own home is great.
At the end of last year, we were thinking, oh, well, 20 years is going to be the biggest, the best, just the blowout, right? It's everything times 10. And what it really ended up feeling like, because of the limitation of being able to gather publicly, was that it really got back to what the festival started out of, which was sharing new films with people and just really being about, sharing new voices.
We have done the festival every year the same way, essentially, and gotten bigger and bigger and bigger, but our thinking has kind of been the same every year leading into 2020. But then 2020 came and we have had to adapt so greatly that I think that we are realizing that there are many different directions that deadCenter can move in.
We were all over the globe this year in a big way. We had 40,000 streams of our films and our content.
I believe we had 1,600 movies submitted to the festival, and we picked 140 of those to play at our first ever virtual film festival.
We had over 100 hours of new content created via the Film and Music Office Film School, our filmmaker Q&As, the Cherokee Film Series, and our community partners.
When I first heard that it was going to go virtual, I had kind of mixed feelings just because I love the theater experience. But once I talked to Sarah and Lance and the rest of the deadCenter team, and they kind of brought up kind of the cool things that they were hoping to do, including stuff like this, I got very excited because, for one, I've never had an outdoor screening for one of my films, so it's a totally new, kind of exciting experience.
Well, we've never done a deadCenter out here. It's something new, and we're very excited about it. We're excited about the movies.
To me, deadCenter is probably the biggest festival in Oklahoma. When you consider like the international aspect, people come from all over the world to come to deadCenter Film Festival.
We played in 42 states and 25 countries that we know of, which is much, much larger of a reach than we could ever have had if we were just doing in-person screenings.
It's not surprising at all to me that during a pandemic, that the guys at deadCenter are going to pull together and make something that is not only awesome and an ability to see all these great films, but the things they're doing now are actually setting the stage for how they're going to do their festival for years to come.
And it's always exciting to be able to say we were able to provide more programming in a year when, there's not a lot.
I think a lot of what we learned this year we will keep doing. My hope is that certainly the movie theaters will open back up and we will be able to be in theaters, but I think the online virtual component will be a strong part of our festival moving forward.